Hey guys, if you've been waiting for a higher end belt-driven road bike, the City Vanture from Vanpowers for $2,399 might be a good option. With Tektro hydraulic disc brakes, Pro Max handlebars, a Bafang motor, a very light frame, and a battery large enough to take a rider up to 50 miles. So let me break everything down for you, first starting with a speed test. Okay, the Vanture has a Bafang 350 watt motor, and that's powered by a 36 volt 7 amp hour lithium battery that is hidden in the down tube section of the bike. Now, believe it or not, that can be removed. The company gives you a US smart charger, and it does take 4 hours to charge up the bike. There's 5 pedal assist levels. I'm going to start off on level 1 and show you how fast each can go. I do have a full charge on the battery and a flat stretch of trail or road here. So here we go on 1. So 1 is 10. 2 is 14, 3 is 16, 4 is 20, and 5 is 21. So almost hit 23 miles per hour. That was just casually pedaling. I think if I were to increase my cadence above 70 RPM, which is what I usually do, I probably could have hit 22, 23. Okay, now that we know how fast it can go, it's time to see how long it takes to hit that top speed. This is the acceleration test. Now, it is a pretty light frame bike at 34 pounds, and it can carry a rider up to 265. There's no throttle on this, so just gonna show you how long it takes on pedal assist 5 with a full battery to hit 20 miles per hour. So power comes on, less than half a revolution. And I can feel it's not abrupt, but it's definitely the strongest acceleration, the most power out of any road bike I've tested so far. So very reactive, very reactive from a standstill. And there's 20 miles per hour. Okay guys, it's time to test out the range of the Vanture. It's got a range rating of 37 to 50 miles. And for this test, I'm just gonna ride 20 miles per hour, very few stops. I do have a full charge on the battery, and I've already started my tracking app, so let's see how far I can go. Well guys, let me tell you a little bit about the bike as I'm on the range test. This is the first bike that I've had to assemble from scratch, which at first was a little bit intimidating. I've never done that before, but they do provide an instructional video with a step-by-step sort of guide or process. You follow that and you should be okay. It took me about 2.5 hours to complete. Now, this is a 21-inch aluminum alloy frame, and it's designed with compact joints, and they've done that to increase the balance and make it a smoother ride. And I will say that there is a definite difference between this bike and other road bikes of the same size. The build quality is sound. There's no shaking, there's no vibrating, there's no electrical noise at all. I've got 1 battery bar missing, and I've gone 7.08 miles. Diving into the geometry of the bike, you got a 15.3 inch reach, so it is a pretty small cockpit, which I'm okay with. Usually that reach would be a little bit too small for me on a regular bike, but on a road bike, I like it. I don't have to bend over quite as much, and there's a slight raise to the handlebars, and so that does add to the comfort. The standover height is 31.9 inches, and the wheelbase is 40.7 inches. So again, very small frame bike, something that you would expect for a road bike. There's Pro Max aluminum handlebars with a nice spread. It does fit the frame of the bike, and the handling is just right. Sometimes it's a little bit too loose or too tight. This is a good combination of both. 2 battery bars gone, and I've gone 11.05 miles. Now, this is a single speed belt driven bike. Belt driven bikes are starting to become very popular. They typically last 4 times longer than a chain, have less maintenance, no rust, and overall just look better and cleaner. Now, the nice thing about that belt drive is I can really crank on it. When I'm standing up here, pedaling quite hard, you can put a lot of pressure and torque on it, and it doesn't slip on you. The Urban SR saddle is quite hard. You'd want to have some padded gear for longer rides. And then moving down to the tires, there's 700C by 28C Kenda tires. They are higher end tires, and I can tell a difference in the grip. I do have better traction. Some bikes I don't dare turn nearly as sharp as I can feel the tire starting to slip out a little bit, and these ones just grip and stick. They're very sticky on the trail. That's something that I typically don't notice with bikes, but I have with this one. I want to run through the pedal assist sensitivity. I'm going to lower it down to pedal assist 1. So at this level, I'm about 3/4 my cadence. If I try to hit my cadence, I'm unable to do it. There's too much resistance. Pedal assist 2, almost to my cadence of 70 RPM. A pedal assist 3, that is the good level if you want a little bit of a workout. Bike is doing probably about 70–80% of the work. With my irregular cadence, I would start to feel a burn pretty quick at that level. Pedal assist 4, I would say bike's doing about 90% of the work. And then pedal assist 5, bike's doing all the work. If you hit these, smaller uphills, definitely, you'll feel some resistance. But what's interesting is that most of these road bikes, even on the highest pedal assist level, you still have to put in some good effort. And this one you don't, the bike does it all. And then going 12 miles an hour, if I stop pedaling, kind of hard to, there's not a lot of power, and so it's kind of hard to tell when the power actually kicked off, but it seemed to kick off almost instantaneous. Then going 12 miles an hour, if I pedal, there's it's like half a revolution and it comes back on. That power is so gentle, it's hard to feel when it comes on. And then for the speed test, I got 21 miles per hour. Just casually pedaling, that's what you can expect. I'm gonna see if I can even really start cranking on this. And oh yeah, there's 21, 22, and 23. That does give you a good workout if you're, to maintain 23 miles per hour, but you can definitely go faster than 21. I lost 4 battery bars down to the last one, and I've gone 20.50 miles. And I'm going back to my truck, and there is a nice headwind here. And even on the flats, I'm putting in about 20% effort. That headwind has made quite a big difference. And the last battery bar, it drained that one pretty quick. So I just know that in the wind, it does struggle. Okay, the range test is complete. The first one, anyways, the easy riding 20 mile per hour test. The app showed 23.42 miles with 1,031 feet elevation gain. 23 is actually pretty good for a road bike. First battery bar gone, and I've hit 5.95 miles. 2 battery bars gone, and I've hit 9.17 miles. I lost another battery bar, I'm down to 2, and I've gone 15.22 miles. That's my last battery bar, and I hit 19 miles. This is kicking butt for this test. Okay, that concludes the second range test. I stopped my app about 2.5 miles ago. That's when the battery died. I had to huff it back to my truck. Luckily, it was kind of downhill and flat. But anyway, my app recorded 20.02 miles, and then it says 3,359 feet elevation gain. There's some weird spikes going on there, so I would say probably just over 1,000 feet of elevation gain, which is still pretty good. That's actually really good for all the stops that I had. The first range test, when I was just doing easy riding, I hit 23 miles with 1,031 feet elevation gain. So really just 3 miles less, 3.5 miles less. And I had, 3 or 4 dozen stops, if not more. And so the range doesn't really take a hit if you do stop a lot. So anyway, that's what you can expect for some hard riding. The Vanture has a 10% hill rating. I'm going to test that out now. And the motor does produce 45 Newton meters of torque, so we got some power to climb. Not a lot of power, but I'm going to show you what it can do. This is a 9% grade hill. It starts just as I pass through this tunnel. And it's about a half a block long, not terribly long. I do have a full charge on the bike, and starting to climb here with some momentum. Just got whacked in the face with a nasty bug, thank you very much. Anyways, down to 12, 11. Feeling some good resistance right about here, but motor is just super quiet. And again, I'm already over the top, so not a very long hill. Pretty decent hill climbing ability. I think I could definitely tackle around a 12 to 15% grade. The motor sounded good. There was some good resistance in the legs, but nothing that I couldn't handle. Decided to test out the Tektro hydraulic disc brakes and the Tektro HD M285 levers, which are very nice. I really like these levers. They're form-fitting for about 2 of my fingers, as you would expect with hydraulic brakes. Anyway, enough babbling. Let me show you how they work. Coming down the same hill I did for the hill test. So just lightly pressing them, nice and smooth. No pulsating, no vibrating, no noise. Get some speed here and then I'll slam on them. Here we go. Ooh. Very quick to stop. I mean, it's a lighter frame bike, so it doesn't take a lot of pressure. Not a lot of pressure on the levers for some hard braking. So excellent brakes, something that you would expect for a bike in this price range. Let me run through the LCD screen, the backlit LCD screen, which is very nice. I do like that screen. And then the control pad, power button down here. If you keep on tapping it, it'll cycle through different readouts. Up and down, of course, to change the pedal assist levels. Kind of cool, each level there is a different color. And then hold down the bottom arrow for a couple seconds for the walk assist to engage. Now, the Vanture has an IPX5 waterproof rating, a 2-year warranty, and free shipping in the lower 48. Well, overall, I was pretty impressed with the Vanture, especially with the range. You know, over 20 miles with 1,000 feet elevation gain for both range tests is pretty awesome. It's got high quality parts. I love the frame design. If you want to pick it up, I've got the link in the description. Also, be sure to check out my website, electricrevolutionreviews.com. There you can find all my reviews sorted by price and capability. Hit that like button before you go, and please subscribe for the latest in electric bike, board, and scooter reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.